What does the Quran mean when it says that this fluid emerges from between the sulb and the tara'ib? There are many Christian apologists who use this argument as a way to defame Islam and remove it of its truth. Your brother in Christ is no exception. He also uses this argument. Now, is the verse actually just saying the ribs, or is it referring to a specific part in the body? Sulb means the backbone, and tara'ib means the chest. Okay, so the Quran is claiming that the fluid is between the two, right? Now, is the Quran wrong in this, or is it correct? Now, Baini just means between. Okay, so this between, it can be between an area, meaning if I have point A and point A being in the left and point B being on the right, if there is something between the two, then that would be something between an area. If I say between in location, for example, let's say the dot is between, but it's above the two lines, then that is also still between. So between, baini can be between an area or between in location. I'll give a diagram just to make it even more clearer. So if we just look at this picture over here, right, we have a tree on the left and then we have a tree on the right. Okay, and we can say between the two trees, there's a squirrel and there's a bird. The bird is between the two in location and the squirrel is between the two in area, but they are both baini, they are both still between the two. It's just one is in area and one is in location. But they are both between, they are both baini, between the 2 points. They are there. So, remember the example I gave before. Now, let's look at this diagram. Okay, so you can see on the left that there is the backbone, and on the right, there is the chest bone. Now, between the two, there is the fluid technically, not in area, but in location. And baini can refer to both area and location. So between the two, the backbone and the chest bone, the fluid is emerging from between the two. Now, you might be thinking, what's the point of the verse even saying between the two when it could just give the actual location? And if you really think about it, I think it's to do with appropriateness, right? So the reason as to why it says between the two is perhaps a way of God showing appropriateness in his verses. God has knowledge of all things. So, Assalamu alaikum. I'll see you in the next video.